Okay. It is going to stream to Facebook Live, and it is now on. Thank you so much, Neyah. So we are now streaming through Facebook Live and also recorded in Zoom as well. So this is a impromptu meeting or gathering that with Neyah. So Neyah and I, we chat when I was in the train, and we decided to go online here to talk about how to turn grief to faith. And finally this topic come around, I was like, faith, yes, we're gonna come into the faith code this week, but it is now. So we act as no time and space in a way that what is coming around, it is now, because I focus and intention of the moment and now is the most important, instead of the past or the future. The past and the future, it is now.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, so I would like to welcome Neyah as the host, and thank you so much for presenting yourself, Neyah, in Sacred Heart Valley. And Neyah is my dearest sisters in Andromeda. And bringing on her live here to shine her face and her beautiful heart and everything about her. You get to see her, to hear her, and she's such a magical being. So Neyah, the mic is you today. If you can introduce yourself, what is your human on earth doing? Who are you, and then why you are here today? So yeah.
Well, my name, my human name is Petra Visser, and I'm a violinist in a Dutch orchestra, professional orchestra, and I met Lillian through the Guardians of the Codes, and we found out we're sisters on Andromeda constellation, and we've had multiple meetings online to work together in multidimensional ways to help heal human consciousness through our body as a vessel for our consciousness. So yeah, that's a short way to tell who am I now.
Yes, thank you for introduction, and yes, it's all beautifully coming together.
Yes.
So Neyah, would you like to share that how this conversation coming into, like, where is the grief coming, and then you decide to come on here?
Yes. Well, yesterday, the whole day I was feeling off, and I'm not watching the news because I know my body is connected to the multidimensional realms of all kinds of happenings, which finds place now on Earth, and I felt so off. My heart was shut down almost. I really I was like, whoa, this is heavy on my heart. And I know it only can get to me if there's some percentage, it's my own grief through lifetimes, through time and space. So I know I'm like everyone connected to our collective consciousness, and I knew I was entangled in multiple timelines and frequencies and dimensions and realities, but my human consciousness was like resisting the to purge the grief through my body. So I got stuck and I felt so dense, and I was like, oh, I don't, I hope I won't get a heart attack or something. It was really that bad. I was like, wow. And in the evening, I had to play a concert in Utrecht, Vredeburg, with my orchestra. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm able to go there. But I went, and making music is harmonizing indeed, like you mentioned, things. So I felt much better after the concert. And also the orchestra is subconsciously connected to everything on earth as well, and it's well quite a good representative of as the world lack of peace sometimes within the orchestra. So I knew also the orchestra is mirroring back my inner struggles and fights, and not finding peace with what I maybe did in other realms and time, and through time and space. And so I felt I was purging a lot subconsciously, and I couldn't grab it, and it was almost hard to swallow and to release. So today I felt also a little bit off, but now when we connected, something beautiful happened, and I felt like, whoa, if I purge this. So I got teary, and I cried for a moment, and I felt something new, or wanted to anchor new codes, wanted to anchor in through my body vessel, and I felt so much grounding energies, which wanted to flow through me. And I felt, if I allow this energy to flow through me, I will expand my consciousness even more, and awareness, and I will be able to purge the dense energies I need to purge through my body vessel to clear my maybe karmic depths. I don't know, to clear with who I'm involved, or wherever I need to clear things, and to shine my light on things. So, and then it's so funny, you were traveling by train on the bridge near the opera house, and I was like, yeah, this is about harmonizing through music, and through also I think also subconsciously, through people, their vessel. Maybe people don't need to get conscious awareness, not every person, at least, I think, because every person needs to follow his or her own soul path, and soul growth, and whatever you believe in. So, but I feel we are collectively purging, actually, and a lot, yeah. So
Yes, yes, so true. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you, and to bring your vulnerability of your heart that express through your voice.
yes,
And
yeah,
also through not only the voice, and also your feeling,
yeah,
and through your womb space.
yes, I feel, yeah, a lot, yeah,
Yes, that's like the whole body just
yes,
talking to you, and also talking to us. And those
yes,
who listen or watch this in replay later on, it's just like our senses, our organs, what we perceive is orchestrated, just like you say, it's an
Yeah.
orchestrated throughout
Yeah.
all around cells, the water in the body, just every single part of our body. And to
Mm-hmm.
be able to express that in vulnerability is literally to decode all of that low frequency
Yes, I believe this. Yeah. Yeah. For
throughout
sure.
out to our body.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that is a way of transmutation, as you say, is like purging.
Virgin. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so when we share by using our voice, that is the time also started to for you to aware and recognize and
Yes.
observe and witness your own emotions and
Yes.
feeling. And
Indeed.
from that, you feel into the transmute, just like you said, oh, now I feel better.
Yes.
So when
Yeah.
we feel better, right, that is when we see the light and the healing started to
Yes.
happen from inside.
Yes. Indeed. I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
And
funny because also
mhm.
I was playing an orchestra. Um, there's a certain collective field that if people are their hearts are not opened to connect on a musical level because of their own inner um,
Inner
inner
entanglement.
yes in entanglements. It's
Mm.
subconsciously mostly. Uh, then you also see the music is not flowing right, and then you get even more entangled between like, oh, this is my fault, this is your fault, this is, and then there's no harmony in timing, for example, and I also feel like when I am in this space, I also can be in this space like, oh wow, oh, this is not working for me, and then close off to process energies. But if I am open and I'm staying curious, like, oh, why is this not working? What's happening within me? What's happening within our field, our collective field? What's all happening? If you stay open, then the chances um, more likely that we transmute the energies. So, but there was yesterday also a conductor, and after the concert we could have a drink, and then he told me like, "Well, you were." I like making music with you, and there was another colleague of me. You mean music making with her or music making with the orchestra? Because you can interpret different levels, and then we made fun. But I know I was yesterday evening. I was more open, receptive to what he tried to conduct and how he tried uh, to do to conduct the pieces, and the day before I was less open, so then you get immediately a positive feedback like, oh wow, then you if you're open, then um, yeah, he was also receptive like, oh, then there's a positive exchange instead
Yeah,
of
and also feeling into harmony as well when we all opened,
yeah.
regardless any emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also wanted to read in here that about the heart, like what you were sharing was the heart was shot, and you feel, the pain and also the grief you feel into.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I share on my post, Instagram post, and also that I will be able to share here, is however we receive the emotion from outside, our heart keep opened.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
So I know that my experience was when we feel anger, when we feel sad, we just wanted to go, we just wanted to run, right? So
Yes,
when
indeed.
we go, when we run, when we shut the door and we go another door, which is my saying always that I don't like this, I'm going to shut the door and open a new door,
Yes.
which is that part frozen.
Indeed, it's frozen. It gets stuck and frozen. Indeed, yeah.
Exactly. So when we go another door, we find another, ooh, I like this, I feel so much love. And you just, that part is frozen like an ice cube and then put it in a
I
fridge.
know.
I see that later on, right? But we
Yes.
tend to forget.
Yeah.
And we forget and we've forgotten of that. It's just like so fractals and fragment that we shut ourselves off or shut
Yeah.
ourselves down, that
Yes.
we
Yeah.
forgot that part of us that is need to come back to us.
Yes, true. Yeah.
And also that from that part, we separate of that part of self. That is part of self. That
Yes, indeed.
separations.
Yes, it's our
And
inner
then
separation.
along the way, we repeated that pattern as a repetition.
Yes,
So
indeed.
how much we experience of separation of ourselves
I know.
along the life, along the
Yes,
age, along the
indeed.
time,
These
space.
are repeating cycles, indeed. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah.
So what I was doing the whole year last year is collect all of those back.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
work along all of that back. And you know what, Neyah, I just like I have a lot of the moment that I actually, oh my God, I forgot.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
wow.
from the forgot that part, when you unpack that part, it's just like when that part is frozen so long, it's so hard to get melting.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Yeah, indeed. I
It's
agree.
so
It's
hard. And
really
then
hard.
you have to
Yes.
sit there to wait
Yes,
until it melts.
indeed. You cannot force it, indeed.
Yeah. And then how's
I,
that heart feel? Your heart feel like our heart is just like cracking,
yes,
because at
indeed.
the end we have to crack that so
Yes,
that it
indeed.
melts.
Yes, indeed. It melts
Yeah.
more easy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then when you hear that, when you start to hear that sound, you know that it's starting.
Yes. And the light will come in then.
Yeah. But in
Gold.
that moment, Neyah, it's just like we had to trust and to have faith,
Yeah. True. Yeah. True.
because that is where the journey starts.
Yes. Also to have faith in overcoming and working through emotions we didn't want to face, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
because a lot of times
or
I don't want
fear
to face
programming.
it.
Yes, no, and it's subconscious fear programming mostly
Mm,
because yeah, I could years back I always was like I'm not in fear. How could I be in fear? But when I did once um 21 days and also 49 days of fear programming to transmute it
mm,
every day, consciously sit with finding out my fears and then working through the emotions which came up.
mm,
It was so empowering, and it was such a gift to do this, to sit with my fears and work through my fears. And
mm,
I still I want to do it still every day because it's so needed, because we also subconsciously we get entangled in
mm,
fears because my fear could be triggering for another one's fear and to come up, and then we're projecting, um, and it doesn't get transmuted. So we have just to do inner work, I think, I feel. Yeah.
yeah. But when we also see that fear programming is very deep core in the human self and also in the collective too. So when we like, I hear you when you said that to do the work, the fear, right? So however fear code that we feel into, so but this body, when we hold our body, it is safe
Yeah.
to release that fear.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
because we have to be completely and absolutely released.
Indeed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if we not completely release, and then when we entangle to another fear, it just will amplify that charges in the other fear code.
Yes. True. Yeah. True. Totally
So
true.
tell our
Yeah.
body, just let our body know that it is safe to release,
To release the fear.
and
Yeah.
then the body will be like more receptive.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah. True. Because then you can feel. Then we can feel our original state of being, and that's pure love and pure
Mm,
ecstasy when we
yes.
don't get entangled in fear programmings. So
Mm,
I wish that's for everybody. Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So now it's just like I could see that that is the so now we are planting a new seed in our
Yes.
womb space. Because
Indeed.
when we release of that fear,
Yes.
right, we're
Yes.
planting the seed.
Indeed.
So how does that seed look like for you?
Well, it's bright. I feel it's just bright.
Mm,
It it shines. It's how do I call it? It just shines on the subconsciousness, and it shines um, light on maybe some shadow work I need to do, and I still need to face or to work through.
mm,
And because it gets clear of this light, we are able of dismantling the fear programming within. I feel.
mm,
Because what you
yes.
don't know is what you fear, and what you get to know and get to see, you can
Mhm.
embrace in compassion and love. Yeah.
Yes, compassion.
Hmm.
So with the seed that I could see that I am also planting in my womb space, is that seed is just a regular seed. It's
Yes.
nothing like unique and special.
No, no.
It's just a normal seed, right?
Yes.
So
Hmm.
you can see that I'm planting that seed in my womb space. And I know that when the seed sprouting, that is where the hardest part. Like the seed when it's sprouting, it's just like that feeling,
Indeed.
right?
Yes.
Uncomfortable. It just
Yes.
feeling so
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable that you want to
Yes.
from the little seed, you want to become
Yeah, and it feels
open,
naked
half open,
somehow. Yeah.
and it's just like the
Yeah.
heart open too, right? And you like,
Indeed.
yeah, and then you just
Yeah. Yes.
all
Indeed. Yeah.
right, and then you go
Yes.
leave and all of
Yes.
that. So
Indeed.
from that seed crack opened,
Yeah.
this crack is beautiful crack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, what is the sound of that? And then you could hear it. It's like waking up.
Yes. Indeed. Yes.
Wake up.
Yes.
And then like you
Precious.
say, your light. Oh, sunlight,
Indeed. The
right?
sunlight. You
Yeah,
raise your feet. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So that is like, it's the voice and the sounds that we need to have.
Yes. True.
If we quite
Yeah.
open up that seat without sound, it's just like half open. So you just
Yes.
feel into that, Neyah, just
Yeah.
shaking a
Yeah.
bit. I'm at work, so shake a bit. And then your hand is like, oh, oh, I
Yeah.
love it. It's like it's so
True.
free.
Yes. It's free. Yeah.
Yeah.
And really.
So
Yeah.
in this seed, if you put in the little pot, it's also like, oh my God, I need to grow out. So you're like, I
Yes.
need a
Indeed.
bigger
No.
pot. Or even though just put it on the land itself, it's even better. It just grows
Yes.
freely,
I
right?
agree. I agree totally. Yes.
Yeah. So in this growing,
Yes.
we fell into the trust. Like
Indeed.
I am going to grow strong regardless because of the sunlight and
I.
the
Yeah.
rain, right?
Yes.
So from
Indeed.
there, your faith is gonna grow into root
Indeed.
in with the faith.
Routine. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you just grow in as in your own expression.
Yes. True. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful said. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So how do you feel your wound space now?
Yeah, bright, light. It
Mm.
feels bright, opened. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah,
Mm.
different from yesterday and the whole day. It's beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah. So beautiful.
relaxed.
Mm.
Not relaxed. Not like how do you call it? It's not. It's active surrender. Somehow it's balanced.
Yes.
The masculine and feminine energies are balanced within this
Mm.
in
Yeah.
being and doing. Yeah, at the same time. Yeah.
Mm. And also that you feel that this is how I feel now. It's just like the energy is like declutter. Those unwanted one, it just release itself.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Uncluttering, and then mind
Yes.
is like clear. Even though if my morning here, so
Hmm.
it's just like if by talking to you, my mind also decluttering, like clearer.
I feel really from my heart space, really even like
Mm.
decluttering because it's yeah, it's beautiful.
Peaceful in
Yeah,
heart.
peaceful. Yeah.
So let us tune into our heart and breathe 3 times. A
Hmm.
deep inhale and exhale. And then activate our life force energy in the body. And deep breathe into the womb space. And remember that we all have this life force energy in the body.
Hmm.
We just need to activate that via our breathing. Deep breath. And we into our pure heart and pure love and clarity. And bring into the trust and the faith today.
Hmm.
In this space, we find in the peace and calmness in the body. And so it is. And it is done. Thank you, Neyah.
Thank you so much, Lillian. Thank you. I also feel my jaws relaxing now. It's really interconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, wow. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hmm. Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
bringing this medicine to the container today. As whenever we open up the Guardians of the Codes, my promise to self, it is the medicine space. It's
Yes,
the medicine
I
container.
read. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's indeed. Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I
Have
see you
a
next
nice.
time.
Yes. See you next time. Have a nice
See you
day.
next time.
Bye.
Yay.